All right, welcome back to It's Time Picks. We've got UFC Vegas 95, Tybura versus Spivac 2. This is a rematch from 2020, a fight that Tybura won quite handily. Overall, we only have 10 fights on this card. It's not a very good card to begin with, and the lack of fights is going to make DFS very, very difficult. There will likely be a lot of people sharing a top prize this week. Joey, how you feeling about this 10 fight card?
So I got a couple bets on it personally. DFS. I'm trying to think if I'm even going to play, but when I do say that, I always sprinkle a little dinky dink. But yeah, I said for DFS, it's gonna look so freaking gross. So unless you want to get contrarian as shit and you think a lot of dogs win, just put a lot of dogs in your line and then maybe you'll get blessed. But like outside of that, DFS is gonna be very, very hard to really get different and very hard to me personally build. But as a whole, I'm not probably not going to watch it. I'll probably maybe glimpse, but save your money on this card if you want to. But if you're a degenerate, play what you want to play.
Yeah, not much to really look forward to, but let's jump into the breakdown here. The very first fight is actually another rematch from the Contender Series. It is Stephanie Luciano going against Talita Alenkar. And as always, we will kick it over to Joey to start us off.
So yeah, as you said, this is a rematch from the Contender Series. Um, the crazy thing is, I believe this fight was a draw.
Yes.
And the most funniest thing, Dana signed Luciano, and he didn't sign Alcantara at all. He's like, "Yo, no, this fight was a draw," but from the way Dana looked at it, he thought Lusana won.
As did
And I
I.
would agree. Um, Now she's making her debut. She had some injuries before, a little bit layoff, but Alcantara to me, she should honestly be 0-1 in the UFC. She didn't beat Dos Anjos. I thought Dos Anjos would have finished her personally, but that fight was sloppy, and I think Luciano is really gonna know what to really endure for this fight. Take down defense, circle, use your range with your 1-2s. Without a finish, this fight doesn't score for shit, but I am going to go Luciano, though. Luciano. Ugh.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to say. I thought she won that fight. I definitely think she wins this fight. And I actually have a different take than you. I think this fight could be really sneaky for GPP contests simply because the amount of volume that Luciano puts up, if she's able to mix that in with a takedown or two and maybe even a knockdown, she's going to score really well and she's going to be very low owned. So it's definitely a pick to change things up and get on, but I'm all over Luciano. So first fight, we are on the favorite, both of us going with Stephanie Luciano. Next up, we have a fight between two guys that are 14-5-1. We've got Yusuf Zalal and Jarno Aarons. The way that I see this fight is Aarons has not fought anybody on Zalal's level. I'm not really sure how he got this fight or why Zalal is going so far down the rankings to take this fight. Not that he's like a ranked fighter or anything, but there's quite a difference between their ranks the overall scale. That said, Zalal should be better everywhere. I'm not sure how Aaron's wins this fight, look, unless it's a flash knockout or submission. But I got Zalal all day.
Yeah, I also all over Salal. Yeah, Aaron's did look good in his last fight as a dog, and he definitely brought the fight. But as you said, the level of competition is nowhere near for Salal. I think Salal is going to have the striking advantage. He's definitely going to have the wrestling and grappling. So for a cash play, I think Salal's safe. Honestly, I don't see a way he loses this fight.
Yep.
GPP, I think it's borderline-ish because sometimes he doesn't want to throw too much volume. He'll just try to focus on the grappling and overall time control, and he may not pay it off that way. But DFS, it's probably a stay away from me. Cash, Zalal, to probably one of my first plays I'm starting with, and I'm just going from there.
He's probably a solid play for everything. It just kind of depends on how ready Aaron's is for this fight. I personally don't think he will be. Give me just one moment here.
Yes, sir. Oh shit, let me turn this TV down.
You're good. So both of us are going with the heavy favorite, Yusuf Salal. Next up, we have another fight that should be very one-sided in Janata Denise and Carl Williams. Joey, how you seeing this one playing out?
Realistically, Carl Williams, if he avoids the big punch, he should absolutely steamroll. Um, I'm waiting for a fight for me to fade Carl, and
It's not
I
this one.
so I almost want to say this is the one because for one, and I only say this for one reason. Denise will be a popular GPP play because when
I
he
doubt it.
wins, you don't think so? If he
No,
knocks, look, if Carl Williams doesn't get the first takedown, Denise is going to go all out and try to get a knockout.
I bet he's less than 25%.
I don't know, I think that's because that fight, cause two ways happen. If Denise wins, he wins inside the distance. So a 7K, he pays off that tag with damn near no problem. Carl, Carl's not a finisher at all. He may be able to tire out Denise, maybe get a late, maybe like a late round two, round three TKO with the takedown control. But realistically, if I'm gonna go Williams, I will be going Williams. I almost did bet Denise, but I didn't do it. I was like, look, and he did get taken down by what's his name? Austin Lane. And the crazy thing is, I think I picked Austin Lee in that fight. And you told me, no, dude, you're stupid as shit, which I was looking like a genius until I wasn't. But yeah, I got Carl Williams. I'm not gonna lie, I was on Denise earlier the week thinking, look, he's a live dog.
No.
Because like I said, he does have good kickboxing.
Let me tell you this. So Williams is going to shred this fucker completely, and it's not even gonna be funny. So Denise's takedown defense is not good at all.
No.
He's gonna get put down immediately, and he's going to be wrestle fucked for 15 minutes. We could see 5+ takedowns, we could see 10+ control time, and Williams knows how to strike from the ground. If Justin Taffa and Chase Sherman couldn't put him out in the first round with their heavy punches, I don't think Williams is going to have any issue with Denise. And Denise has terrible cardio. This could be Williams' first finish in the UFC.
Someone actually told me who they said Carl Williams could be. He's a wannabe. He,
Almeida.
no, he's like Carl Williams looked like he wants to be a wannabe Daniel Cormier.
Uh, DC's a bitch.
You won't say it to his face though.
Oh, I would absolutely say it to his face. I don't worry about that fucker. He'd kill me, but I'll still say it to him. So both of us are on the favorite, Carl Williams. He is one of my favorite plays on the slate, and I accidentally forgot to do that. So next up, we have Carol Hosa going against Pani Kianzad. Look, Pani is losing all any credentials that she had coming into the UFC. She had a good run. I think it was like 3 or 4 fights in a row she won, but they were all against no-name fighters. And she struggled since. Every time she goes against stronger competition, she just gets bullied. And it's going to be the same thing in this one. Hosa throws more, and she's got better wrestling. I don't see how Kianzad wins this fight. Hosa is an extremely sneaky play for GPP because she strikes, man, and she's got a lot. She's fast and she throws a lot. I think she could easily put up over 100 at her price.
So the funny thing, like I said, I haven't really been paying attention too much about the prices, but when I do my breakdown, I was like, look, everyone said I was stupid for picking Chase on against her the second time. I'm like, why? Like, tell me what she did the first fight. She got taken down and she got submitted easily.
Yep.
Second time against Chase on, what happened? Taken down. Oh, guess what? You got submitted again. Rosa is better everywhere in this fight. She has the weight, like I said, the more volume, the ability if she wants to wrestle. And you know what? Wouldn't shock me? What if she gets another submission? Tries to loosen up a ground and pound, and boom.
Definitely possible. The only thing I do worry about is if this turns into just a slow striking match, it could be
Low scoring.
relatively low scoring.
But I'm all over Rosa, though.
Absolutely.
Like her 3 losses inside the UFC are not terrible. Sarah McMahon, who was a dominant ass wrestler in her time, and she still is, and one of her students actually won, I think, was it one of the medals? She lost to Dumont, which I don't know how Dumont hasn't even got close to a title fight yet. That's mind blowing. And then she lost to Irene Aldana, which I'm not too high on Aldana, but yeah, she lost Aldana, but she's only losing to good contenders. Is Penny
Yeah.
that? No. But if anything, I'll say maybe if you want to do anything, yeah, like I said, sneaky DFS play if she does do exactly what Drake said. Me personally, if I'm doing anything for a bet, I think she's worth a sprinkle for maybe like a mini 2 leg to get decent odds. But if anything, I'm probably gonna do her by decision. If you want to do anything, or if you're a double person, you can do sub decision.
Yeah. So both of us are going with the favorite in Hosa. Next up, we got Toshiomo Kazama going against Shara Lampos Gregorio. Joey, how you feeling about this one?
Sharos by knockout. It's a get back
Mhm.
spot for him. He's gonna be one of my favorite plays across any platform. I think he can get done in round one. He's a way better striker. He trains with way better guys at Longo Weidman in New York. He's nothing that he hasn't seen before. So my favorite play, easily. And I'm gonna have him in a parlay by him playing knockout with I think we haven't got to that fight yet, but I'll bring it
Yeah,
up.
I do have Gregorio, and I do have him as a solid play everywhere. I think he is 15 times better on the feet, and I absolutely see him knocking him out. Um, Kazama's not shit, so it's not
No.
much else to say. Yeah, so both of us are going with Gregorio in that one. Next up, we have our fight that I know we are very different on. We have Yana Santos going against Chelsea Chandler. Uh, if Santos showed me, so Santos has lost three in a row, and she was slowing down, but in her last fight against Hosa, she looked really good. I don't care what you say. She was on point. She had 150 total strikes, and she got taken down, but reversed it and had all the control time in that fight. And the way that I see this is she is going to outpoint Chandler the entire fight, and if it does hit the ground, she is going to reverse it. I love Santos in this fight, and when she wins and Joey is wrong, I'm gonna laugh in his face. All right, Joey, tell us about your planned fighter.
All right. First off, you're not gonna disrespect my Planet Fighter like that because my Planet Fighter this week is
Oh, I
Chelsea
am.
Jr. No, I am talking young man. So
No,
no
she's
interrupts.
she's booty and a half.
I don't know. She has a bigger booty than that, but realistically, Chelsea Chandler's my play. One thing I've noticed for Santos, she struggles with girls who are stronger and thicker. Think about it. The 3 times that happened, she has taken down and controlled. And yes, I think Santos could probably win the minute striking. I think Chandler's gonna try to throw heavy and then try to close the distance. That's probably her game plan. Throw heavy, close the distance, get a clinch, and go for takedowns. That's what I think her ideal game plan should be. Because she's not gonna knock out Santos. She's not. Unless she gets lucky with one of her dummy punches. But yeah, I think Chandler is just gonna be the stronger woman in this fight. And look, her last 2 wins, or no, last 2 fights, she looked besides out, her running for her skates in round one against Dumont, because she got cracked in that fight. But she showed composure and she stayed into the fight. And then her fight against uh, Joanna Nunes, good fight. She won the fight. I think if Joanna Nunes was fighting Santos, Santos would get cracked personally. But I'm not gonna say Chandler's gonna crack her, but I think Chandler's probably gonna win the control time and get the takedowns. And if anything, if I do a bet, I already got her as a money line, but if maybe like a prop, maybe here by decision. I don't see her finishing Santos, even though most of her losses are by finish.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with you. So we are split on that pick.
Yep.
I have the favorite in Santos. Joey has the dog in Chandler. Next up, we have a short notice debut in Kwang Lee going against Chris Gutierrez. Joey, how you feeling about this one?
So I'll say this. I saw the line earlier today. Chris Gutierrez is a minus 650.
Yeah.
I agree to him being the favorite. I really do. But you tell me who the fuck's paying minus 650 for Chris Gutierrez? I don't care if he wins at all. Like, are you paying? Would you pay for that?
Mm, no.
I'm not paying for that. And I wanted every reason to pick the dog in this fight. I did. I wanted every reason to. I knew
Yeah,
this kid was on the contender series coming up, and but realistically, yeah, he's well rounded. He has decent striking. He does have good overall takedown entries, and he's a decent grappler. But he hasn't fought anyone to the capability of Chris Gutierrez. Chris has a chance to where Chris might get another standing TKO with leg kicks.
awesome.
With leg kicks. Not a knockout to the chin, not a body kick, with leg kicks.
He's got strong kicks. There's no doubt about it.
And from what I've seen from Lee, he does leave his Lee leg out a lot, and that does scare the hell out of me. And for cash, that definitely pick your side on that one. If you're really strong about it, Gutierrez is gonna be the highest owned fighter this week.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? In that salary, 7,600.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I forgot they didn't move his
no.
salary.
So yeah, salary, you're getting a big ass starting bill for cash or GPP. Just put in Gutierrez. He's gonna win this fight. No matter if even in the decision, he's gonna pay his tag off more likely. Unless he just stands there the whole time and just throws straight shots. But legitimately, Gutierrez is a free spot. Then you can really, if you like a lot of favorites, you can really put your favorites in, go from there. I got Gutierrez, but just for DFS, I'm not. You couldn't pay me to touch minus 650. I don't even know what the KO prop is. That's probably gonna be like in the minus like almost 200s. So that's not even. Ugh.
That's parlayable, but
Yeah, it's parlayable-ish, but knowing me, I'll play the knockout. He'll be my last leg. All right, I'm waiting for the TKO. And then just wins a 30-27. I'm like, man. Like I said, if anything, I'm probably still going to have a TKO prop on him. Long as not too crazy.
yeah, it's a tough call because yeah, like you said, at 7,000, he's gonna be owned everywhere. But there's good reason to fade him. Gutierrez doesn't always score well in wins. And if Kwang Lee, I think he's a champion in whatever promotion he came from. Uh, if he just drags this fight on, we could see both of them not score very well. I mean, even in a win, Chris Gutierrez may only score 80 points, and just depending on the dog you go with, someone could score more. So it's definitely type GPP. He's a lock in cash. He's going to be 100% owned in cash. But for GPP, it's good to change it up for sure. But both of us are on the favorite in Gutierrez. It's a pretty solid and easy pick. Next up, we have Danny Barlow going against Nikolai Vretnikov. I should have you said that first.
Nah, I wouldn't have been saying that. No,
Vretnikov. Cool. That would have been pretty funny.
Nah, nope,
you
no
suck.
thank you.
You suck at names.
Shut up.
Yeah, I've got Danny Barlow in this one. I don't know where Nikolai is coming from. I don't know why
on
he
the contender series when
so,
against Morales.
Yeah, but that was like
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was back in 2021, and then he went off on 3 wins in the UFL. But those guys are nothing compared to this. And Danny Barlow is leagues and levels better than this guy. If Barlow does not knock him out, there's something wrong. I got Barlow.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I forget whose knockout thing I said who I had earlier. I had Sarah Longo kid knockout. Charles Lumpus. Him and Danny Barlow.
For sure.
I think you can, like I said, those odds last time I saw, I think I got it. Like, I didn't lock it in yet, but I think it's at like plus 281. And if you want to get some crazy, there's a fight coming up a bit soon. Might want to add that to a third leg possibly, but we'll get to that fight when it happens. But look, I got to go with my man Danny Barlow. You know why, Drake? He's a Tennessee boy. He's from Memphis.
Yep.
So, I always got to support my Tennessee brothers or sisters. And, he retweeted my shit. He commented, said, yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm like, you damn right you ready, Danny Barlow. Because see this hand? That's his left hand. He's going to set something up with the right, and he's going to clock the shit out of this guy. Danny Barlow is getting a knockout. Most confident. I'm going to think right now. Jake would bust my balls if I would have made him my flag. Oh, come on. He's a big favorite. What the fuck? Come on, man. But look, I also do a betting show, so I gave you options as a parlay piece too. So there you go. But usually I don't go that high. But Danny Barlow, if anything, I don't like to use the word lock. Danny Barlow's my lock.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. It's not even my favorite fighter on the card.
Mm-mm.
That comes in the next fight for me.
Oh yeah.
So both of us are going with the favorite and Danny Barlow. Next up, we have Damon Jackson going against Jose Chepe Mariscal. Joey, who you got in this one?
Chepe by knockout. Because look, yes, I know Damon Jackson's fought the better quality of opponent. And yes, I believe Chepe should have lost his last fight against Morgan. And one thing I didn't even notice, Chepe's been a dog 3 straight fights in his career in the UFC.
Yep.
And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even realize that. And then I went back to see who he fought. I'm like, Trevor Peek, I don't know how he was a dog against Trevor Peek. That was an easy fight for me to pick. Then I had him against Jack Jenkins. That was the injury. And then I think I picked Morgan in that fight by knockout. But I was like, no, he got by, but Chepe is well rounded. I think he can definitely stop the tall takedowns of Damon Jackson. He's not the better grappler. Damon Jackson is definitely leaps the better grappler. He gets the back. Then you might have something to worry about potentially, but I don't think there's going to be any opportunity him to even get close to go for takedowns or even get close enough for submissions. Chepe is one of my other guys I definitely plan on building lines with. Him, Danny Barlow, and whatever lines you can try to get with for dogs. And this is my option. If you want to go Chepe by knockout, that's the third piece of I haven't done the odds for that. It's Chepe by knockout, Danny Barlow by knockout, and Charles Lumpus by knockout. You're probably getting almost like 4-1 at least.
More than that.
You think so?
Oh yeah, you'll get way all but by knockout or by
All three by knockout.
yeah, no, those odds should be way higher.
All right, let me see if I can get it. Cause now I'm actually fucking curious because I might sprinkle the fuck out of it. Okay, knockout one. Next one, Barlow.
Hmm.
Okay, and then the last one's Chepe. Holy fuck! Yeah, I might sprinkle that.
It's got to be
Holy
like plus 2,000 or something like that.
plus 1140.
Oh, okay. Still, it's not bad at all.
No, let me see. Oh yeah, I might sprinkle that. Yes, sir. I like that.
Hmm. Well, definitely something to think about. I definitely don't disagree with the play either. Both of us, or I haven't even gone into my Chepe is my favorite play on the slate. I don't Damon Jackson. I mean, he's a dog. He really is. He never gives up, and if he gets the neck, he's really good at keeping it. The problem is Morisco has very his center of gravity is really really amazing. He knows how to stay low. He knows how to stay close, and he knows how to get out of trouble. Uh, he's going to have an advantage, a massive advantage striking. But I also think that his wrestling and grappling will probably be better than Jackson's. I think he absolutely murders him in this fight. So both of us are on the. Is he still?
Oh,
What are his odds? Yeah, he's
he big odds
still a moderate
225.
favorite. Going with Chepe Marisco. Next up, we have the main event with Marcin Tybura and Sergey Spivac. This is a 5-round fight as opposed to the 3-round fight, and I think that just only favors Tybura even more. Spivak can be dangerous at times, but he's also really stupid. He's got terrible fight IQ, which is the complete opposite of Tybura, who's also a very defensive fighter. I think Tybura just lights him up with kicks, takes him down, keeps him down, tires him out, and then finishes him in the championship rounds.
So they fought the first time. Tabora won, right?
Yep.
Spivac was a younger heavyweight, correct? Because he's
He
not even
was
30 yet. I think he's like 27, 28. So 2 years, 25, 20.
20,
They're still young.
29 now.
Okay. Who have I think developed a tad bit more? You know, the young, you're young, you're still gonna grow into your overall
Oh, Spivak
development.
for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Yes. So, and the one thing that does worry me about this, Tabora has slowed down just a T bit. Not much, just a T bit.
If Tuivasa couldn't knock him out,
I'm not expecting a knockout in this fight.
so you must expect him to fucking get beat out.
Look, I think he's gonna show decent improvement in the striking. But I think Tabora could have the numbers higher. But I think Spivak can still get the striking, make it a clinch fight, and then honestly, I think there's a chance both get their opportunities on takedowns, personally. And I think there's a chance this fight could suck. Honestly, I think there's a chance this fight sucks. But I think I'm gonna go with the younger guy. You know, his game has been showing a little bit more better improvement as of late. And Tybura is damn near almost 40,
It's
38,
30.
39. And, you know, I honestly thought Spivac would have been the dog, personally, since he lost the first fight. And Tybura hasn't really been fighting cans. So I thought maybe Spivac would have been the dog. Uh, if anything, I think it's going to be maybe, if anything, Spivac by decision. I think this fight's going to, both fighters are going to have their moments. I'm not fully confident in the fight, but I think the younger Spivac will get the fight back.
Yeah, I disagree with you, but that is only the second fight that we disagree on out of the 10 fights.
Yep.
I've got the favorite in Tybura. Actually, no, he's the dog.
Yeah, he's a
Uh,
dog.
so he is
Should be
my
the
dog.
favorite. Me personally should be the favorite,
Um,
but
Joey's got the favorite in Spivak. So
yes.
that wraps up this card. Not a whole lot to say about it. I don't know if we will get a show for next week. I leave tomorrow for a cruise. It's where I will be. I'm hopefully still going to make the RotoWire one while I'm sitting on the boat. Just kind of depends on what kind of Wi-Fi I have on the ship. But
If
yeah,
not, maybe I'll get guessed.
next week's card is really good. I'm really
Oh, I
excited.
know. I'll be in
I'm,
Atlantic City for that one.
I'm just going to be on the boat in the middle of the ocean. So
And I forgot I was gonna say get a little sippy sip, but you don't drink, you drink.
no, but don't. Joe, you got anything else to add?
Um, everyone comment, tell us who your favorite play is. See what we agree, disagree on. I want to see those comments start popping. Start liking, share out to your mama, share out to your daddy, your grandma. Give them something to watch with the grandchildren.
As always, we appreciate you watching, and we will catch you probably in 2 weeks, but we will try to get something out for next week.
Yep.